folks, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Cities Skylines After Dark. Last time we were here I built this rather splendid looking stadium, which is having all of 12 tourists a week visit it, with 211 of my locals taking part in, I don't know, whatever stadium based events we've got going on. This is a new zone that I built up largely for residential purposes in order to ideally get sufficient people working over here in my industrial area. It's largely successful, but we've got some traffic trauma going on here. Now, the first thing that people suggested was, well, hey there, why don't you just ban the heavy traffic? And I have. See, heavy traffic ban. You know what? I'm also going to encourage people to take their bicycles. Yeah, why the hell not? But it doesn't seem to have had the desired effect. I mean, there's a flagrant disregard for traffic policy going on right there. And actually, this is the tip of the iceberg, this section. I mean, look at them all. Look. They don't give a damn. They're driving in like they just don't care, and that's the good bit. That's the fast section. Over here, this is even worse. Everybody's deciding to cut through town. More often than not, they're planning to cut up here in order to, obviously, head out towards the industrial area. And you think, well, you just need to lay in another bit of road. I've got another bit of road. It's here. Look at it. Look, it's beautiful. People use it occasionally, but not to head into Keitel, our industrial area. I've even given them options. I've given them 2 different slip roads they can come off this bit of highway in order to, take a bit of roundabout and, on they go. And that's very annoying. Now, it's, that's not the quickest route in there, but it is quick considering it's highway. So where I'm going to start, I want to solve this. I don't want people cutting through the middle of there. The population, the residential population alone is enough to make for some traffic mayhem. However, look at this. This beast of a junction it's all the fun of the fair. This one, that's really quite tremendous stuff. People are actually using every single aspect of it, which fills me with a certain amount of glee. So basically, what I'm hoping to achieve is that people, instead of queuing to get off and go the long way through the housing area, will actually stay on this highway and go to where they're supposed to go. So today I'm going to fix that. And the first thing I'm going to get rid of this, because it's not helping, and if it's not helping, it's part of the problem. So the goal, the dream, is they trundle along, come off on this slip road, onto the roundabout, and then wend their merry way round onto this piece of highway here that has multiple choices when it comes to getting where they need to go, including another finely crafted roundabout. This is look at it. Look, this is the kind of thing that you'd tell your kids that you've got to drive on that day. And I assume I've got these lanes set up. I have got these lanes set up properly because I'm not a complete fool. At least not all the time. So, what I'm going to build is I'm going to build I don't want to. That's the thing. I'll show you what I'm thinking. I'll tell you what. I'll even use the a draw pictures tool to show you what I'm thinking. Is have a spur off here that is basically a bypass that runs up here to this section of road here that will, in here, eventually will be a whole bunch more industrial stuff. So, stick a bypass in there that's pretty much one direction and let them go that way instead. But that feels like admitting defeat. And that's not on the cards. So I think what I'll do to start with, what I'm going to do to start with, not what I think I'm going to do, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to it's expensive, Alright, yeah, it might be expensive, but let's see what we get out of it. Let's take it up to 24. That should be enough. Come on, get over there. Get over. Right, we'll have to go with the no pillars for this next one. Right about there ought to do the trick. We'll turn the pillars back on. Just go a little further. No? Not so much? Okay, right, well, in that case, pillars back off. Honestly, yeah, the no pillars mod is wonderful, but it does become an addiction. You just and you get lazy as a result. Let's go down to 3, 0. There we go. So that looks fairly smooth. Yeah, you stop trying to make things work properly. You end up just slapping it in and going, no pillars, who cares? Oh hell, I've just cut the power off. There you go. See, all that big talk there about me not being a complete idiot. Well, that's the end of that as a theory. Come on, you should fit under there. I don't really want to go over, but I should do something quickly, or there will be trouble. Right, let's bang that up there. All right, all this is temporary, right? It's an excuse I use on a fairly regular basis. No, this is just temporary. This is there we go. You got juice. You got juice. Right, I want to see if this works. That's the first plan. I want to see if this actually encourages people to stay on the highway a little longer. So let's warp speed so that all the traffic that was already in motion now can clear the system, and we can just get new stuff through. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to give it a minute or two to let stuff filter through a little. And then we'll see. Still too many idiots going that way. You're all idiots. Idiots. More of you idiots. Don't go that way. Right, what do we got? Anybody? Any takers at all? Hey, we got a couple. What do we got? Let's slow it back down again and see what we're actually getting. It looks like it's mostly cars. Which means these are local folk who have decided that this is a more useful direction to get to work, rather than the... Oh, hello, look, here's an enterprising individual. Where have you come from? Rock Valley, which is off the map. Ah, ooh, look at this. There's some trucks, look. All right, did I react too quickly in thinking that people... There we are, look. A nice steady flow. Has it reduced the idiots? Idiot reduction confirmed. Excellent. Okay, so that's near satisfactory. Now, if they were to just do it over there, I would declare mission complete. However, this is a lousy junction. This is not gonna help matters in the slightest. So let's slam on the brakes here and do something foolish with the bulldozer. I know, I am one for making something work and then removing it and making it work worse. In fact, let's ease this back now. I don't want to stay calm because these two dirty waste disposal chaps are they're important. What do we think? Let's do an 8. There are very few situations in which I will not happily apply a roundabout. We're at 9, 8. 8, please. Right, good. And then let's convert that into this. Excellent. Now that's 2-way, so that should be quite happy. I want to delete that back, and then we'll get the fat road out. There we go. Come on, fat road. Let's get you connected. There we go. That's all good. it almost looks right. But I'm going to let's get this out. I'm going to try and keep the pillar height to a level that looks good. Have I just laid in exactly the same thing? Not quite exactly the same thing. Similar. And then we'll have that coming off here. Thus, rather than the route this one's currently taking, let's kill that entirely. As far as there, maybe. And we'll put a kink in this. Not a major kink. Just a you know, the slightest hint of a sweep, however you wish to just describe it. And then no, look, straight line, just bang straight onto that circle there. We're going to sever the power again. Mental note: don't. No. Yes. No. No, that's acceptable, I suppose. Actually, that looks all right. Okay, so hopefully this should let the traffic flow a little better. Should we see if it does? Well, of course we will. That's why you're here. All right, sort yourselves out. Go on, go on, figure it out, and then everybody tries to pile on at the same time, and then with some application of the traffic manager mod here, we'll set the right of way properly. That and then no, that's the wrong way. That one, that's it. Because I explained this principle to you on a regular basis, and I know you dig it, so I'm going to explain it again. Anybody who's on the roundabout already gets to go. Anybody who is not on just see, you're doing it wrong. There you go. Anybody who is not on the roundabout has to give way. There we go. That's it. Right, now, all the traffic appears to have disappeared. The question I have is, where? No, there we go. Look, see, look, let it come. Now, this is not the most elegant... Where have they gone? Okay, I appear to have built the Bermuda Triangle. Fellas, where are you all going? Let's up the tempo and see if that's just because I monkeyed with the route. So that's quite perturbing. I guess it's because I monkeyed with the route, and so they were already en route, and then could no longer get to their destination. That's weird. Look, you've had enough time. You should be fine now. I don't want to press the clear traffic button. So this is another feature. Clear traffic here will... I could disable despawn. No, that will crash the matrix, I'm sure of it. Is that it? Everybody mostly settled in. Are we settled now? There we go. It's not, yeah, now we're settled. Meanwhile, is anybody still coming? Ooh, that's a traffic problem, isn't it? Where are your nearest garbage facilities, as one wonders? Let's use a bit of this. Okay, you've got two over there. They can just, you know, nip up here, whoop, and you know, make a collection. Because if they, as you can see, we've got someone making collections right now. And again, it's probably because yes, they've taken a slightly ludicrous route to get there. That's not the route I would have chosen for them. But there's a fleet of trash trucks now heading in that direction. Okay, so that is, as far as solutions go, it's not the one that I would have wanted to use, but it does appear to have got the job done. Right, let's turn our attention, as we so often do, to the demandometer, and it's asking for more industry. Well, as luck would have it, I've got a zone here that's just begging for it. The question is, what shape do I want this to be? In fact, I've got more room over here for some industry. What do I want to do with this? See, this is where I should have thought things through ahead of time. to get that sorted. But let's. What's that symbol mean? It's not one I recognise. Where's it gone? What was that? That wasn't just something on fire. That looked like it was someone, deliberately setting fire to things. Can't let myself get distracted. Let's press on. Yeah, this does seem to be quite a fire-ridden kind of a place. Anyway, the one thing that's going to help the growth of Nicholson is going to be the introduction of some more jobs of an industrial nature over there. I just want to check. I'm pretty sure I introduced public transport. So I've got his bus line there. I also wanted to check the metro, which I'm pretty sure I had a metro. There we go. So you can see it. It's there. It's the most obvious thing on the map. And this metro line has got two choices. Pretty close to each other, but it does allow people to just decide for themselves which one they'd rather go down. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look at the station before I press on. Oh yeah, look at it. Oh, it's a hive of activity. Let's talk to this. No, I wasn't interested in you, Ashley, particularly. 542 passengers last week. That's fabulous. Nobody gives a damn about this footpath, though, but I suspect that's because it doesn't go anywhere. Shall I revisit that now? Oh, look at this. See, this is where Traffic Plus Plus would be great, because I could do a shared space for both pedestrians and traffic. Actually, what I might do, since I'm in the area, is I might upgrade to this nice tree line stuff. Oh no, I've done this before. Oh yeah, look. It makes this ugly underpass, and I don't know why. I think it's down to my terraining earlier on. Actually, it's not such an ugly underpass. If I could just do something like this top section. Yeah, I want to trees all of this. So I figure, without the parked cars, some of those pedestrians... See, it's done it there as well. It's very strange. And another one. Alright. It's where you long for an undo button. Cannot upgrade to this type. Why not? Okay, look, I'll fix that else while you're away, because that's unsightly. Although from this height, it's actually kind of nifty, but up close, it's pretty ugly. Right, let's get back to work. Let's get some zoning going on in here. Now we do have this road here, which is available. I think if I were to drag out a local route, as it were, we don't need to go that aggressive. Maybe we do. There you go. And then we can run in parallel to the... Kind of in parallel is not the same as in parallel. Let's go out there like that. And then... Yeah, like that. Just like that. Lovely. More or less lovely. I definitely don't want that bit of road there, though. I don't want any kind of unsolicited traffic departing the carriageway there. I have routing in mind for a reason. Alright, well, where are you going with it there, Captain Routing? You can get up there, I suppose. Alright, let's try it. There you go. It's done that quite willingly. Alright, that could end badly. I freely admit that could end badly, but now, you might think at this point, or you may suggest at this point, that I am perhaps deviating from the oft-mentioned design ethos that this series is supposed to represent. However, yes, it does. Any other questions? Yeah, this is not as planned as one might have hoped. However, no, I've got to get out of jail free card for that one. I am planning to redevelop this area at some point. possibly after... the hope is that I can fill this map out with, you know, a whole slew of lovingly curated and designed areas that fit together seamlessly in such a way that makes us all very happy just to look at it. And you know that's gonna take a little bit of doing. I'm gonna put a police station in here. And you know what else? I'm gonna put a fire station in as well. No, there's one there. That's just overkill for the sake of it. Although this area down here could certainly benefit from it. Let's put one in there. Yeah, see, look at the happy, smiling face. Oh, look, upgrades. Upgrades are plenty. Have you had enough? Nope, still upgrading. Anyone? Any more? Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ding. Ding-a-ling. Yeah, all right. I could do that all day. Okay, so this section will build out, and that will hopefully... I don't really see that's all bugging me now. Will you please do your job? Garbage trucks now. I'm hit. Okay, so this is something I read elsewhere. No, it stopped doing it now. But when it's doing this little number flick, it's because you've got the maximum agents in use at a given moment. Which I find hard to believe. I do find hard to believe. My city is really not that big at the moment. And you know, my PC might not be the most fire-breathing on the planet, but it does have enough horsepower to deal with that. Okay, I have a solution here. This place is getting clogged up. Got a bit of a crime problem at the stadium. I reckon it's probably just ticket touts. I've really made a mess of that road. Yeah. Okay, right. So just to round off here, I'm gonna yeah, but here we go. I'm teasing. Consider this a tease. Let's make a 50 gap. 50 does 50 feel excessive? 50 does feel excessive. 40. Let's make a 40 gap. Bring you out 40 as well. Out 40. And then link it up here. Right, there we go. This is what we're doing next, folks. This is it. Exciting station thing. Now, I've got a few station mods up my sleeve already. Shall I give you a sneak preview? There you go. Let's have a sneak preview here. Look at all this stuff. Look, stationy bits. Station 1. Nice. Or Old Brick Station M1. No idea. But I'm going to look forward to playing with it. So, yes, passenger station. That's what I'm going to stick in there. And I'll probably stick a reciprocal end here somewhere. Possibly... I don't want to... No, yeah, so I'm thinking maybe a second station here so we can run a straight line that then swoops majestically round the corner and parallels this other rail track here before the two of them link up and hold hands and gallop off into the sunset. That would be kind of good. In the short term, however, I'm going to stick one of these on there. It's going to want some water, I suspect. Have some water. I've got it to spare, I think. Let's run you along so we've got the coast covered as well. Yeah, okay, so that's what we'll do next time. Next time, exciting station thing, and then I will build a second zone here that is probably of a very similar shape. We'll move the highway to accommodate. Very similar shape to Nicholson, but with a more commercial than residential leaning. Now, obviously, as was remarked in the comments last time around, you know, you say it's a residential zone and then you fill it half full of offices. I don't like single-purpose zones. I always try and include some, you know, light commercials so that people have somewhere to go and get some lunch and that kind of thing. But equally, you know, this is right about here. You know, we'll put another zone in that will be pretty similar to Nicholson. I'm excited to be a part of it. But next time we'll build the station. Or do we want to build the zone first? You want me to build the station, don't you? I can sense it in my very soul. So that's what we'll do. Anyway, thanks very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Slightly less organised than one might have hoped today. Are we short on power? Oh, just barely. Come on. Get with a program. I don't want to ramp more. Alright, let's stick a bit more juice in the nuke reactor there. There you go. Up to take you up to 91. See how you get on with that. Smashing. Yeah, thanks very much for watching today. Not quite as organised as I had hoped I would be throughout this series, but I figure you know me by now. When we go off-piste, things get exciting. Chuck us a like. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Damn it. My subscriber numbers aren't going to go up on themselves. You have to take that action and make the magic. Or something. Where's all the traffic has now gone? Okay, well I can live with that. No traffic makes things easier. I need to fix this bit of road. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.
Listen.